I got stuck playing stock weapons for a long while. You could even say I had a mild case of Stockholm Syndrome. It's not like I never deviated from the stock. I used the escape plan or the quick fix from time to time. But for the most part, I stuck to stock, like the stock rocket launcher, stock medigun, stock knife, stock sniper rifle, etc. Now, I've been wondering, how about all the other weapons that I used to use a lot? Because I haven't used them in a long time, and when I did, they were pretty damn good. I'm talking about stuff like the Overdose, the Kunai, the Loose Cannon, and the Cow Mangler, which we've already done a video on the Overdose, and now we're going to be talking about the Cow Mangler. Now, before we get started on the main part of the video, I just want to address something in the room. This series is now going to be about good weapons that are a nice side grade or deviation from stock, not just a Bad Weapon Academy ripoff like the first video about the Overdose, as some kind soul over on Reddit told me about, and I did not realize until looking it over. I'm like, what? This is just Bad Weapon Academy. I changed nothing except for like the editing style. Other than that, it's just Bad Weapon games. So this is going to be a different series now. Still same titles, so apparently those work, and also it just helps keep the series concise. But now it's going to be about weapons that I genuinely like, and I think are good, and why they're good, and what they can be done to maybe balance them a bit. So, on the top of that, the Cow Mangler's pretty damn good. I'm just saying. You don't even need to worry about the title of the video now. I'm just coming out here to say, the Cow Mangler is good? Yes, it's good. Now, I'm going to explain to you why it's good. Its stats are as follows. It does not require ammo. The alt fire fires a charged shot that mini-crits players, sets them on fire, and disables buildings for 4 seconds. There are no random critical hits, deals only 20% damage to buildings, and mini-crits whenever it would normally crit. Now, let's go over those one at a time. The lack of needing ammo makes it especially good for roaming and holding, where you're less likely to come across an ammo pack, because while you're rocket jumping around the map like a maniac, you're not really focusing on grabbing ammo. And while you're trying to hold a point on CP or Koth, you can't really move from that spot to go get ammo. So it's really useful in those situations where you're either moving too much or you're not moving enough. And I think that's probably one of the most important stats on this weapon that dictates what playstyle it promotes. The second one is the alt fire charge shot. Now the charge shot isn't really that great. It's pretty hard to hit, but when you do hit it, it's a really nice endorphin kick straight to your brain hole. It almost never kills, and there's really no reason to use it when by the time you shot it, you could have just shot off 4 normal shots and just killed whatever you're trying to aim at. And there's a thing about it, it doesn't list it in the stats, but the alt fire, you can have all 4 shots loaded, and then it uses up all those 4 shots at once for something that does less damage than those 4 shots, which is a pretty big problem. The only good thing it's for is for intimidation or picking off a wounded bunch of enemies that are running away from around a corner, because its blast radius is expanded and the fire damage can kill them while they're running away. The second one is no random crits. This is really no big deal if only every weapon in the game had this stat. Next up, deals only 20% damage to buildings. This is the most important stat on this weapon. Deals only 20% damage to buildings. This makes a soldier a nest-killing class useless against engineers. If there's a sentry anywhere you need to be going, don't bother. Go around it. You need to exercise anyways. Next up is mini crits when you would normally crit. This isn't really a big deal unless a crits medic is Ubering you, and I honestly have no clue why the stat is even included on the weapon, because the only situations you get crits as a soldier, outside of random, which doesn't apply to this weapon, are in humiliation, crits medics, and from crit pumpkins. If anything, this stat is here because crits manglers must have been too powerful during testing. And I can kind of see that, like, a crit's charge shot could immediately decimate a team. But then again, that's true for the stock launcher anyways. I mean, have you seen what crit rockets, and especially crit pills and stickies, do to teams? It's insane. And now I think about it, they probably moved random crits from this weapon because it conflicts with the random crit system, and the fact that it mini crits everything. This mini crit stat is just a mess. So now, the playstyle it promotes. Cow Mangler is a pretty good side grade. Playstyles it promotes are roaming and holding, but as a downside, it's really bad at pushing, especially when there's an engineer around. The reasoning why it's good at holding is because while you're holding the point, you don't want to have to take the time to go get ammo, and instead you just want to keep holding that point. Take this footage I got on Karth Harvest for example. I, a medic, and my trusty shotgun held this point for a long time. This might have even been my best soldier hold of my entire TF2 career, all thanks to the fact that I never had to leave the point in order to go get ammo. If I was using stock, I'd have to take a break in order to go get a big ammo pack, or a medium or a small ammo pack, depending on how low I was, and that would leave the point vulnerable for attack by the enemy team. But because I didn't have to do that, and I didn't have to bother myself with that, I didn't have to take the chance to give the point to the team. The reason why it's so good at roaming is, again, ammo. While you're roaming, you don't want to focus on having to go get ammo for your rocket launcher. You just want to keep rocket jumping around and causing chaos. It especially pairs well with the gunboats and the market gardener. However, I'm not good with the market gardener, so I have no footage to show you, so just trust me on this. And, like I said before, pretty bad at pushing. The reason being, 20% damage against buildings, engineer exists, I'm pretty sure you get the picture. So, like I said before, this is a pretty good side grade. There's honestly nothing I would change about it. It's a pretty good side grade, and it's a really good deviation from stock. The one thing I would change is to make pyros not be able to air blast a charge shot, and you got yourself a weapon. I would highly suggest using this in your day-to-day casual gameplay, especially if you don't have an enemy engineer. But in casual, that's extremely rare. Anyways, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. No, hold up. Before you click off the video, we're not done yet. I have some things that I'd like to go over with you. First things first, this previous video that I released, the overdose was good, blew up way more than I ever thought it would. It's easily my most watched video of all time, even though I only have like 2 videos up at the moment. But even for my unlisted videos, easily the most viewed one and the most well-received one. So, thank you guys for that. Another thing about that video is someone named Brian Naying, I'm sorry if I'm butchering that, commented literally an entire script of a video in the comments of that video. So please, go give that comment a read. He raises some really good points for that. And also thanks all for your criticism and thoughts on the video. I love hearing your feedback, as you may know. And yeah, this video is like a tad bit longer. The content of the video itself was instead of this part, which is the first time recording this part, so hopefully I won't have to do it again. The last video was like 7 minutes long. This video is going to be way over that, because 7 minutes is just the video itself and not even this commentary bit. Okay, third thing, Discord server. Yup. So I've actually had this Discord server up for a while, like probably a year. It's just sort of been in the background. I've been perfecting it, and I actually wasn't planning on doing anything with it until somebody found it. Yeah, I was kind of waiting for that to happen. I've been putting links on my channel page and in the description of the video, and no one's ever found it until now. And guess who found it? A bedrock block. Wow! Yeah. So, yeah, I got a Discord server now, so that's pretty cool. It's in the links of all the videos. You can check it out if you want to. No pressure though. The people who join between this video and the next video get the special OG role, so be able to grab that before it goes away forever and ever, and no one ever gonna get it again. So yeah, should probably go snag that. Fourth thing, sorry for the wait. Like, actually, this video has been in the works for a while. I've probably scrapped it twice, and then rewritten it 3 times. So yeah, I've been trying a new style where I just have a basic script instead of having like an entire written out script I just read word for word and don't iterate on. I just have like some basic ideas that I want to go through one at a time, and then just sort of go on tangents, because that's how I talk. I just go on tangents, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going on a tangent, and I can't help that. That's just how I talk. And it also means that I stammer less, so that's a good thing. However, it's way harder to edit. Now you might think, wow, how is it way harder to edit? It shouldn't be easier to edit because you don't have to write script. No, it's harder to edit because you can't really re-record it without it sounding really out of place, you know? Unless you re-record it in that same session, but if in the next editing session, if you just go over it and see, oh, this doesn't fit well, you kind of have to cut the whole thing. I had like 12 minutes of voiceover, and so I had to cut a lot of voiceover and at some points, and so yeah. That's pretty. Tell me how you think about it. If you liked the more regimented or the more freeform script writing better, you know, I'm always open for feedback. 5th thing, we're gonna be doing a Minecraft video next, but it's not gonna be your typical Minecraft video, so hold out on that one. And I'm thinking about playing some Below Zero, so actually it might be a Below Zero video next with a Minecraft one after that. I have a lot of things planned for the Minecraft one, trust me. So it's probably gonna be a Below Zero video next, you know, but could be one or the other, so yeah. Thanks everyone who helped make this video. Thanks for everyone who commented on the last video. Like, geez, that's a lot of y'all. Well, relatively for my channel size. Thanks for all your well words and wishes. Go check out the music. I use music. Especially Gereon. He makes bangers. I use some of his music in here, so go check him out. And yeah, have a good day, and I love ya. So, goodbye.